Okay, so I got my timings a bit wrong here, and I was a bit short of sleep energy, so before starting this little portion I sneaked in and just grabbed a couple of hours of sleep, which worked out okay. So we're going to head and talk to Hashtal, and then we're going to set off and find the little ruined chapel and get ourselves into Hashtal. So we're going to head out, past the little shrine here, and then just on our left we're going to find the ruin and look through the window. Then we're going to head up to the chapel. I've edited out all the cutscenes and story spoilers here, so this is just a how to do it video. It's not going to spoil the story if you're playing without knowing what's going on. A bit like me most of the time. So head up here. There's a couple of white stone crosses. The first one's up the top here. You'll see it there. Just going to follow its direction to the tree at the bottom there. I'd get your sword out here, as there's usually quite a lot of wolves here, but sometimes not. So I'm going to head down to the bottom and follow the next cross. There we go. That's going to take you to a little stone here. So you do your digging. You go through the tunnel and you'll get to a door at the end, which you're going to go through. So this is just my way of doing this quest, which does work. I'm sure there's lots of other offers available, but this way works for me. So we're just going to head through the door, and then we're going to go up and knock the wall down a little bit to get into the main castle. And then the rest of the mission is stealthy if you're following this one. If you fancy a bit of a fight, then plenty of people to fight with. There's 2 rooms full of guards, so if the alarms go off, you've pretty much had it. You'll find about 20 guys on top of you. So best to try and avoid them if you're not a big melee killer, which is I'm not. So here we go. The other thing is, any people I kill off at this early point here, I take them back and hide them in the kitchen, because if you leave them, a lot of these guys wander around, and as you think you're doing really great, and about halfway through, suddenly the alarm will go off and the 20,000 guys will come out and kill you off, so you do it all again. So I found it's better just to be tidy and put them away each time, and then that way nobody seems to find them when you just think you've cracked the game. So you need to get the keys off this lady. If you just knock her out, she will definitely wake up, and again as you're proceeding she'll start shouting, and then you're in trouble. So best to bump her off really. And I move her away from the window and pop her down at the end, which is where I'm going to put everybody else we bump off. So next guy's a guard here. Oh, there's another guard up in the tower, so you need to get rid of him too and bring him down and put him away. If you forget him and leave him, he would definitely find everybody halfway through the game again when you think you've cracked it. So you need to get rid of him. He's upstairs here. Take him back down the kitchen. And then you've got one more guy over here, just putting sacks in the corner. He just keeps walking up and down, so you need to just wait for him to come by. You can stealth kill him, but he moves fairly quick down the end here, so I took a risk this time and bumped him off. But luckily he didn't make too much noise.
Hey, I don't know you. Fuck.
But if you leave this guy, he will definitely shout halfway through the game. Trust me. You need to keep shutting the door as well, because they'll spot that. There you go, that's everybody done down this end, and then you've just got one, possibly two guys up the top here. It varies when you play the game. So I normally just pop this guy around the corner, and that usually works okay. Sometimes there's another guy just standing under the steps there. So it's just worth checking before you head upstairs. It's usually about here. Not today. So we've got all the keys, so we're going to head in, and you just need to just wait down at the bottom of the hallway here, and that'll trigger the guards to come down the steps, and they'll go in the back room there. So you just need to wait a couple of seconds. I find if you go up and confront these two, the alarm just goes off and you end up with 25 guys on the stairs here trying to get you, so easy just to leave them be. Head up the stairs through the door on the right, and there's a young lady in there. If you decide to kill her, they usually seem to find her. If you don't, she'll just sit quietly and not bother you anymore. So you need to grab these keys while you're in here. And there's some armour and stuff here. You only need the two swords unless you want to take any of the other bits for yourself, but they're the only two bits you need for the next part. And just make sure you shut the door on her as well, because if you leave it open, I'll see her. I'm going to head upstairs. Big long cutscene after this, I won't tell you about that. And then once you're deciding to leave, we're heading back out. There's one guy at the bottom of the stairs asleep. Again, best to take him out because he'll wake up halfway through when you think you've done it all. doing it this way leaves the courtyard fairly quiet. I found if you do it other ways, oh, here's a guy under the stairs. If you do it other ways, yeah, there's a lot more guys in the courtyard. Much more complicated, and then if you wake any of them up, you'll just get all the other spare guys waking up, and I can never manage to kill off 20 people at a time. So I'm just dumping him with the other guy. This bit's actually fairly straightforward now if you've done all this beforehand. So you've one guy walking across backwards and forwards. If you just jump down the side here, go to the end, jump up, you're gonna just go in behind the horses to the end, and he'll be standing there, or if not, he walks over to the tent and then comes back, does the same. Can get rid of him. Now you're going to end up with maybe one or possibly two guys on the battlements there. If you've only got one, like this time round, you don't need to do much really. There you go, just flash your torch. So you can leave this guy up here if you can sneak by. Sometimes there's another guy in the doorway as well, and it's best just to distract him and then sneaky kill him. You need to just hang on till you see Capon at the gate here, and as soon as he appears, there he is, just open the gate and you're out and you're done. So get out of there. Good job.